Good evening, everyone. You're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali, and I'll be taking you to top news across Canada. Boy charged in sexual assault of two 6-year-old girls at Toronto summer camp. Video shows botched arson attempt inside Richmond Hill Comedy Club. Driver wanted in hit and run that left Toronto construction worker with life-altering injuries. Massive chunks of concrete video shows aftermath of violent collision on Highway 401. A Toronto couple just got married in ceremony aboard a decommissioned TTC streetcar. Police seek suspect after alleged sexual assault of 14-year-old girl in Brampton. Ontario Liberals say over 80,000 members eligible to vote in leadership race. Those were the headlines, and now let's look into the details. Police have released video footage that shows a botched arson inside a Richmond Hill Comedy Club last month. It happened at a bar on York Boulevard near East Beaver Creek Road just before 2 a.m. on August 22nd, though police weren't notified until approximately 11 a.m. that day. In the roughly 1 minute of footage released by police, a suspect is seen entering the club carrying a bag and proceeding to douse the bar and much of the surrounding premises with an unknown accelerant. The suspect then lights a small fire on the bar before spraying more of the substance on flames and disappearing from the shot. At that point, the fire continues to burn for about 10 minutes before going out on its own without spreading further. In news release issued on Tuesday, police said that investigators believe the suspect may have been scared away by a delivery truck that arrived on scene after he entered the bar. When police arrived the next day, they found the front doors of the business smashed open. However, the damage from the fire was not significant. The suspect was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, possibly with a Calvin Klein logo, as well as a black face mask, dark pants, and light-colored shoes, police say. No further description has been released. The Ontario Liberals say the party has 80,000 members eligible to vote in the upcoming leadership race, the highest number in its history. The party says it had 44,000 members eligible to vote in the 2013 contest that saw Kathleen Wynne crowned leader, and that was down to 38,000 for the 2020 race that Stephen Del Duca won. Interim Liberal leader John Fraser said Tuesday it's positive news for the party. The Liberals won a pair of by-elections in July, holding Scarborough, Guildwood, and snagging candidate Carlton, which was long held by the Progressive Conservatives. The wins left the Liberals with 9 seats in the legislature, the most since their majority government went down in a massive defeat in 2018, but still a far cry from posing a threat to the governing Tories. Several Liberal leadership contestants made various claims about how many members they were responsible for enlisting, but even without adding numbers from other contenders, it adds up to more than 80,000. Fraser said there may be some people who signed up under multiple candidates, and staff are now going through the process of removing duplicates and confirming final numbers, but they are certain it is at least 80,000. Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie's camp said she had signed up 38,700 members. Liberal MP and former provincial cabinet minister Yasser Naqvi's team said he signed up north of 31,000 new recruits. Current provincial Liberal caucus member Adil Shamjay said he was responsible for registering more than 12,000 new members. The remaining 2 candidates said those figures don't add up and that they wouldn't take part in the numbers games. Former Liberal MP and current provincial caucus member Ted Sue said he brought in thousands of new supporters. The leadership candidates are set to participate in the first of 5 official debates on Thursday in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Party members are set to cast their ranked ballots on the weekend of November 25th, and the winner is to be unveiled December 2nd. Investigators are searching for the driver of a vehicle involved in a hit-and-run in Toronto that left a construction worker with life-altering injuries, Ontario Provincial Police say. The worker was hit in the eastbound collector lanes of Highway 401 near Victoria Park Avenue shortly before 3:30 a.m. on Tuesday. The vehicle that struck him, we believe, is similar to a black Corvette. It may be a black Corvette, OPP Sergeant Kerry Smith said Tuesday. He was rushed to a trauma center with serious life-altering injuries, Schmidt confirmed. Schmidt said the vehicle involved in the hit-and-run likely sustained noticeable damage. Schmidt said witnesses also reported seeing the same vehicle on Warden Avenue after the collision, traveling at a high rate of speed. Police are urging the driver to turn themselves in and are asking anyone with the information about the collision to contact the Toronto OPP. The eastbound collector lanes are closed in the area due to the police investigation. A 14-year-old boy is facing multiple charges in connection with the sexual assault of two young girls at a Toronto summer camp. According to Toronto Police, the boy was enrolled in a leader in training program at a camp called Jack of Sports between July 17 and July 31st. The camp was located at Western Technical Commercial School near Hyde Park. Police allege that during this time, the boy repeatedly sexually assaulted two 6-year-old children. He has been charged with 3 counts of sexual assault and 3 counts of sexual interference. The charges have not been proven in court, and the suspect cannot be identified under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Police say they are concerned there may be more victims and are asking anyone with information to reach out to the investigators at 416-808-2922 or contact Crime Stoppers anonymously. Police have released video footage showing the aftermath of a violent collision on Highway 401 involving a tractor-trailer. It happened in the eastbound lanes of highway near Mississauga Road on Tuesday morning. Police said that a total of 3 vehicles were involved, including a tractor-trailer that subsequently slammed into a concrete median before coming to a stop. The footage shared by police via social media shows several large chunks of concrete from the median smashed along the roadside. The tractor-trailer can also be seen against the median with the heavily damaged front end. There were no injuries reported as a result of the collision. However, 2 eastbound collector lanes were closed for most of the morning. At this point, the circumstances leading up to the collision are not immediately clear. Police continue to investigate.
This is Highway 401 eastbound transfer lanes just past Mississauga Road. We've got the 2 transfer lanes blocked right now. We have 2 left lanes of the collector lanes blocked after a tractor power unit collided into the concrete wall here. There was actually a 2-vehicle crash, 2 other vehicles involved in this collision. The tows are just hooking up and getting rid of the vehicle. We got some equipment here right now that's going to come and start picking up these big pieces of concrete. Both vehicles were in the collector lanes of the 401, and you can see again the massive chunk of concrete that's been blown out of here, actually in 2 different areas as the vehicle spun around to its final rest. We got Mississauga Fire on scene here as well. Equipment here getting ready to start picking up some of this debris. Hope to have lanes reopened later this morning, but the damage is done. Traffic is very heavy eastbound, coming in from Milton, coming through Mississauga. If you can avoid the area, or at least have some patience if you're in this area, cleanup is ongoing.
Transit has been a constant in Ben Kent and Joey Gillies' relationship for more than a decade, so when it came time to tie the knot, the couple decided to hold an intimate ceremony on a decommissioned Toronto streetcar. Kent grew up in Toronto, Gillies in Pickering. When the two met in their late teens, they often used the transit systems in the Greater Toronto area to meet up with one another, go on dates, or just ride the streetcar forever, Kent recalled in an interview with Awaz News. I think a lot of people's memories in Toronto involve the TTC, he said, adding that he's always held a soft spot for a particular historical streetcar model for the Canadian light rail vehicle used by TTC from the 70s to the 2010s. I always thought they were really cute and just make me nostalgic for a simpler time. When the couple got engaged, Kent reached out to the Halton County Radial Railway Museum in Milton, Ontario, a volunteer facility run by the Ontario Electric Railway Historical Association, which preserves and operates a collection of historical streetcars, to ask if they could use the space to host a wedding. And they said yes, Ken said. The small ceremony, attended by only a few family members, took place on September 8 on a Canadian light rail vehicle model. Kent and Gillis then got to ride on an even older model on the museum's scenic forest track, where they captured photos of their big day. The couple is asking anyone looking to congratulate them to consider making a donation to the LGBT Youth Line, a youth-led advocacy organization supporting queer youth across Ontario, where Kent is a volunteer. I know that it's rough out there for queer youth, and I got my happily ever after, so I figured if folks want us to celebrate, they can donate to the youth line and help make sure others get their happily ever afters. Police are making a public appeal for information after a 14-year-old girl was sexually assaulted in a Brampton park. Police say the alleged incident occurred on September 9th in Chinguacousy Park. The victim was walking through the park when the suspect started following her before allegedly assaulting her. The suspect is described as a black man standing between 5'5" and 5'9" tall. He is of medium build, with a thin goatee, and at the time of the alleged assault was wearing a white hoodie, white shorts, black sandals with grey socks, and a large ring on one of his fingers. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to contact Peel Police. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.